So I got this message from an anonymous person, and I want to read it for all of us to hear. Awo, my husband has become a pain in the neck. Do you know, since we got married, I have practically become like a house help to him. I do everything for him. I'm actually waiting for the day he will tell me to cook for him or bath him. I feel burdened with taking care of his physical and emotional needs, and it feels he doesn't do anything. I have tried talking to him, but it's not working. I actually saw the signs when we were dating, but I felt he would make some adjustments after marriage. It was sweet initially, but now I can't stand his needy self. My dear, what if this behavior of your husband is a disorder? Today we are going to talk about dependent personality disorder. These people have an excessive need for love, for attention, for affection. They want to be taken care of. They have this excessive need to be taken care of. They are seen as clingy. They are seen as needy, emotionally needy people or physically needy people. They can't do anything without the presence of the family members or the close friends. They are not organized. And emotionally, it's like they are solely dependent on you. And when they break down, they're expecting that whoever that is fueling their needs, their emotional needs, should be available to handle that for them because they themselves, they can't do it. Let's look at the causes of this condition. Genetics is one of the causes. Some family have this kind of condition. So there can be a biological influence in this condition. We also have people who have had an experience in abusive relationships. They have a higher risk in getting this condition. Some people have gone through verbal abuse, physical abuse, emotional abuse, and so they come out of it lacking in this line. And when they find someone that they are so comfortable with, and then the person is able to help them actually grow out of the stress or the emotional trauma they went through, they become solely dependent on this person. There's also childhood traumas, children who have gone through child abuse, emotional, physical, verbal abuse, child neglect. If you neglect your child emotionally, you are actually giving the child out for these kind of personality disorders. There's also cultural, religious, and family behavioral patterns that people end up falling into that emphasizes on reliance on authority. There's a practice that the moment you flaunt it, it's like you've committed a taboo. So people are solely dependent on these practices, and they may not know. You see, they think it is a normal thing. When they are so dependent on the man of God, they are so dependent on the traditional or cultural practice that has really enslaved them, their mind, their mindsets, and causing emotional dependency and physical dependency. Looking at the symptoms, they have this intense fear of not being able to take care of themselves. As I said, they are always relying on the family members or the friends to take care of them. So they are always having this intense fear when the people are not around. They are unable to take tasks that requires a solo action. They can't do it. They would have to depend on someone to give them the directives as to what to do, where to go, and what not to do. They feel uncomfortable being without their dependents, so they are clingy. They try to avoid arguments and disagreements just because they don't want to lose the relationship. They don't want to lose the friendship. They don't want to lose the people around them. So they will do anything to avoid disagreements or argument with this person or these people so that they don't lose the relationship. They have this comfort that they feel when they are with their dependents. They are able to stand harsh conditions. So they don't care whether you are abusing them emotionally, physically, or psychologically. So far as that after the abuse, they are getting what they want from you. For the effects, because of their dependency, they become some sort of burden to their dependents. They are expecting you to take full responsibility of their life. They experience anxiety and depression as well, especially when the needs that they are looking for from the dependent is being compromised. Some families even get fed up with them. So they have difficulties maintaining relationships. Their relationships are always compromised. And because of their clinginess, you may think that they are jealous or insecure. But it's not about being jealous or being insecure. They are actually not. Why do you want to spend an entire day somewhere without them? You get it? It becomes uncomfortable to some extent. They lose touch of reality because their behaviors and their thoughts are way different from the realities on the ground. Let's talk about the treatment. So, for this condition, it is mostly diagnosed after 18 years. So, it's difficult to find a solution for a child who may be having symptoms of this condition. And unfortunately, people with this condition don't even accept that they have a condition of this sort. So, it becomes a challenge for the people around them. And with this condition, the physician or the psychologist would have to deal with family and friends or relatives to be able to ascertain the root cause of this problem. The thing is, this condition is not curable. It can be managed. There are two types of psychotherapies that helps in managing this condition. One is psychodynamic therapy. They look at the root cause of the person's psychological and then emotional imbalances. That is where they try to go back in time, like history. They try to find the as the child was growing, what really happened, what were the signs that the child was portraying that were so unfamiliar. We have the CBT, which is the cognitive behavioral therapy, that looks at the thoughts and then the emotions of the person. It will help the person to understand how his or her thoughts affect his actions or her actions. It will also helps to stabilize the emotional imbalances of the person, gives the person a thought pattern, a positive thought pattern, and also erase the negative thought patterns. There are no medications for this condition, but the physician may recommend anxiety and depression medication to help manage the depression and then the anxiety symptoms that the patient is experiencing. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. Thank you very much. See you some other time. Bye.